Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. We've almost run out of February. So what a difference a day makes. One day 20 degrees, right? It was in the middle 60s yesterday. Now it's in the lower 40s. Topic of today's discussion is my let go deal Honda TRX200SX, and it is a 1986 model. There you go. This is what it looks like in all its glory. Trunk is there. Oops, kind of missing a piece. The skirts are there, both sides. Side panel. Front fender, this is the better one. Bumpers push back. I mean, we're missing the corner here. Not a lot I could do with that. Probably all in all, given that these bikes kind of have weak plastic, I'd probably rate the plastic. Maybe I'll improve its rating from the one I gave it yesterday. I'm going to call it somewhere around a C. I mean, most of it is there. Most of what's there really isn't in well, it's not in good shape, but it's not in horrible shape. By the way, this is a take note of the duct tape seat. This is a 1986. 10th digit is a J, and I believe that's a 1986 if I did my counting and math correctly. The VIN number is on it right there, though I'm not going to show it to you because then theoretically somebody who wanted to be difficult could claim that this was taken from them, right, or something. I'm going to be a lot more careful with VIN numbers. What else do I want to show you? The reason why I'm not going to start it now, I got this thing about not starting things unless there's a battery there. He ran it without a battery, and I think he ran it for a while without a battery, which doesn't make me happy. That could cook the regulator. I don't think it'll hurt the stator coils, but it could cook the regulator. He said that when it ran, though, or when he said these lights were on, he started it quickly with me there and popped it into gear. I didn't bother taking it for a ride. That doesn't help you get a better price. And you could kind of see it's been ridden. Here's the key and the key switch. That got me my get out of jail free. Brakes, though that pulls, right, doesn't do anything, and the fronts are flat. I don't know if it's low on fluid, low on brake pad, or both. The engine did gun up. The throttle seems to be good. The hose is there. It still has the Kevin carburetor on it, which is good. Not much in the name of air filter. The front end, this side kind of needs a tie rod, and this side really, I don't know how well you're able to see this. She's loose right there, so I mean, it's got some miles on it. Front tires are Chens, and the back tires are Doros. Dora, D-U-R-A, or Doro, D-U-R-O. One or the other. D-U-R-O, I believe. So I think these might be OEM tires. I think they might be the original tires. It looks like there's enough wear to be original. And if you look at the sidewalls, where could I show you? I thought it was this one. Maybe it's the other one. You could see that they are cracking a bit. Yeah, right. You could kind of See it right there, I think. So this thing really is in, for its age, it's in really pretty nice shape, right? This thing is, what, 31 years old, give or take a foot and a half. I mean, just look at the engine. I mean, it's in nice shape. Most of the stickers are there. Still has, this isn't welded. The shifter is in nice shape. The pedal isn't pushed back. I mean, this side too. You got a little pushback here, but not much. I mean, the brake is there, though. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, in really nice condition. Doesn't leak any oil. I do have what appears to be playback here, but most of it is wheel play. The rear end seems to be tight in the housing, and I've got no indications here that it's thrown the chain and done any damage. There's no drippy oil. It didn't leave any oil in the truck. So yeah, I'm thinking this one, though cosmetically it's far from perfect. With a good cleanup, it won't look too bad. The plastic is really, it spent time in the greenhouse, I mentioned that. So the plastic, I think you guys could see the, it's really dried out, sun bleached. They did put some paint on it, I think, in the back here, or maybe it's just the way it oxidized. Maybe the butt was in first, but it did oxidize different from here to here, which is weird. And this is much more oxidized than this piece. So for a $500 bill, and I mentioned this yesterday, this motor, given how nice it looks and nothing's bent, and once again, starts, runs, shifts, all of that stuff, the motor, one would be lucky to find one in this condition for like $3 1/4 on eBay, and I mean like lucky. I don't think you're going to do it. And by the time you get it shipped to your house for another $75, right? The motor itself, just the motor, is worth $400. The tires, I didn't put air in them between today and yesterday, so all 4 tires seem to hold air, though they're not great. I mean, the tires have to be worth at least another $50 bill. Then you got the exhaust, the wire harness, I mean, the key switch. The gas tank appears to be in good shape. Right? It's all pretty inside. The gas tank is probably worth over $100. So from a parts point of view, this thing was worth every bit of the $500 I spent on it. And quite honestly, I really like this bike. I like the Fortrax 200SX, the TRX200SX. I really like them because they're light. I mean, I could, well, let me get somewhere I could get a grip on it. I mean, I could pick them up front. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a grip on this. I mean, I could pick them up with one hand, front and back. Given that they're this light, even when I put my 190-pound self on it, the 200 cc's is quite a bit of horsepower, so the 200 cc motor is really strong, so it really takes off and runs with that. It doesn't have a problem. It's light, it's maneuverable. I mean, it's just it's just all in all, in my opinion, just a really, really nice bike. It's my favorite. You can see the ground clearance is pretty good, probably 10, 11, 12 inches, give or take a little bit, in the center there. It maneuvers easy, it's light. The steering radius is nice and tight. I love this bike. This is the fourth one in the Hoard. 3 of them are runners. 1 of them is parts. I guess I could call it the 5th if I want to include that one right there. Right, that'd make it the 5th one in the Hoard. So, but once again, 3 out of 4 of these are runners. The engine I have in the golf cart UTV is one of these engines. So I like the engine. I like the bike, and I just had to have one. It's not nearly in as good a shape as the one I showed you guys over at Musty One's place, right? That he was putting tires on it for somebody, buddy of his. He was doing a tire swap for him. But it's just, I mean, even from this angle, you know, as a, I don't know, there's the 20-foot picture. Well, that's the 20-foot picture. From 50, I think it even looks better. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the deal. I'm happy I found it. I'm thrilled. One of my subscribers, Northwoods Hillbilly, I gotta send you a message, because yeah, if you have any of this kind of stuff, particularly engines, but I'll take the whole things obviously, that I could get running or that I can add to my parts hoard, I'm always interested. I really like this engine, and it's the kind of engine that I would even consider swapping onto another 4-wheeler frame, because it's just such a nice guy. So what I'm going to do is I want to do some checks on it. I like to run them through a few checks before I fire them up and run them around. I started doing that to make sure that I actually get it done, because it's easy, you know, you fire it up, you're riding it, you're using it, and then after a while you say to yourself, did I ever check that air cleaner? Or, you know, when I checked the oil, it really needed to be changed, and now I've been driving it for the last 100 years and I never did change the oil. So I'm trying to get better at the checks before I start them up and move them around all that much. So anyway, that's about it. I think I got all the parts for this guy at this point, so I could do that. And I think I got all the parts for this guy, the pit bike, so I could do the 400EX, and I think I could do the pit bike. The Lakota's not back on hold, but you know, I think it's going to be a few days before I get back to it. So for you Kawasaki fans, sorry about that. Anyway, folks, I really want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and please get out there and enjoy all your days. Bye now, folks.